Hello folks and welcome along to the channel. We are here today with the F1 OG League here for Season 5 Round 1 here in Abu Dhabi. Of course, usually it is the final track on the calendar. This time it's going to be the first, and also another first today, first time on the new F1 game, so we'll see how everyone is going to fare up in that. Now, of course, this track has 16 corners. The length of it is 5.281 kilometres in miles. That's 3.281 in miles. I'm going to need to do a check on the tyres. I've not actually got a check on that because I've not seen if it is the C5s as soft to C4 mediums or as the C3 hards again or not, so I need to double check on that. Right now we've got a lot of margin here. It is on a lap, just coming down into turn 5 and back on the straight again. We've got Thomas in the chat saying I could go to track now, just want to hear your voice, so welcome along Thomas. Glad to see that you're in the chat and you're watching along with us as we're watching a lot of margin in the Mercedes down through turns 6 and 7. DRS is wide open all the way down into turn 9. Heavy on the brakes there and flying the car in. Oh, looked like a bit of oversteer on the front end there. That was a little bit of a weird one going through turn 9, but now coming through and into turn 12 and under this beautiful hotel section. 2 corners to go on this lap. Let's see what is the Mercedes man capable of coming around the final corner now and to the line. Puts in a 125.115. That is the time to beat. We've got a Haas just in the background there of, I think that was San, just starting their lap. Who else is just finishing a lap? CJ Drama, is that? It is, and they just put in a 124.619. We've got San here coming down into turn 5. Using that overtake button, and you can hear that Ferrari engine in that Haas revving away. Is he going to pick up a little bit of a distant tow, or is that too far? Dr. Braden in the Sauber putting in a 124.249. Nicely done there from the Sauber driver, putting that on provisional pole position for the time being. You see, well, imagine making sure to get out of the way to not give San any advantage of the slipstream. Seen North over there putting it 124.491 to put that into second place. Got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's just a driver getting out of the way, so nicely done there. San harvesting a bit of battery going through the hotel section. Coming in 2 turns 15 and 16 now. Let's see what the Haas is going to be able to do. Puts that into 5th position for the time being. We've still got a few drivers out there who have still yet to set times. We've got Ferrari of James just coming into turn 5. But we've got Thomas here who's been in the chat just coming into the final corner. Let's see what they're going to put that. Provisional pole 124.088. Puts that on pole by almost 2/10, so nicely done there from the Williams driver there. We'll go on with James, who's in the Red Bull. DRS in the Red Bull, in the Ferrari, my mistake. I don't think there's even a Red Bull on the grid. Is there? No, there isn't, unfortunately. So, that's me being silly there, but on board with James in the Ferrari, there we go, that's a bit better. Coming into turn 12 now. Getting that hooked up quite nicely there, making sure to clip all the apexes there and use as much of the track on the exit as possible. Nicely does it into turn 16. They come around the final corner. Nice lap. 124.024 puts them on provisional pole. That's not too much quicker than Thomas's 6/10 quicker. 6/10, 600ths quicker. Got Thomas saying that lap is quicker than the time trial lap. So we'll see how Thomas is going to do. We've got CJ Drama in the Aston Martin coming around. Oh, goes a bit wide there. Still manages to keep it all good though. I think they're just recharging. And are they jumping into the pits? Yes, they are. So we've got Blood Sugar Ben there on a hot lap. Yes, they are. So we've got the McLaren on Blood Sugar Ben on a lap. 125.440 is their previous best time. Currently coming through sector 3 right now. Only got 2 corners left. Quite nicely done through the hotel section. Last corner now, not extending too far out on turn 15, not using as much of the exit as they possibly could have. They do improve, but only by 2/10, not enough to get them to move up any position, so they stay in 9th position. We've got Night Flash in the Silver. Now, are they going to be in Night Flash here tonight under the night sky in Abu Dhabi? We'll see soon enough. Andrew Pip Smith, though, is going to be the next one up in the Ferrari. What do you think? I could go into the 123s. Oh, Thomas thinking he could get into the 123s. Let's see if he can do that. If he can do that, go for it. Let's see it. But right now, we've got the Ferrari of Andrew Pip Smith coming into turn 1 quite nicely. Ooh, just threading the needle there with track limits on the exit of turn 1 through turn 2 and 3 quite nicely. Foot flat to the floor through turn 3 and now into turn 5 now. Looking up quite nicely, going out as far as he can there. DRS is wide open on that Ferrari. We see the RB of Northall coming in the background, preparing for their lap. Into 6 and 7 goes the Ferrari, nicely done on the throttle. DRS is wide open now, all the way to turn 9. Nicely does it, keeping it in nice and tight there and extending out to close to the curb. James puts in a 123.873. Puts that on provisional pole. That's an incredible time. Thomas thinking he could get into the 123s. Well, he's going to have to if he's going to get that pole position. We've got Andrew Pip Smith though in the other Ferrari coming into the final corner. What time are they going to be able to put on the board? They go 7th with a 124.995. Let's see, Night Flash coming through the hotel section right now in that Silver. Nicely does it, turns 15, extending out as wide as he can, opening up that corner as much as they possibly can. Coming to the line is going to be a 123.684. Incredible time there from Night Flash. Definitely been a flash around the track here tonight anyway. So still waiting for Soph to come out. Soph, unsure if they're going to be coming out, but they're sitting in the pits right now. Cody is a driver who is actually out. I think they retired. But yeah, we've got a little Majin here who is on a lap. Going through turn 3 nicely. Sorry, 2 seconds, folks. So, well, imagine they're going into turn 6 and 7 there. DRS is wide open all the way down to turn 9. say, it does look a bit weird. The handling of these cars, of course, that could just be the way it looks on the outside, but looking at it, it looks like the front is really light. And it's looking like they've got to be quite aggressive on the wheel. So and sorry, I didn't see if they improved on their time, but they're sitting in 7th, 124.348. Little quick note for Little Majin, they have got a GoFundMe on the go at the moment. It's for a fundraiser. It's for the ward that took care of Little Majin's father as they approached the end of their life. So I'll be putting that in the bio later on. In the not the bio, the description of the video. So if it's either there or it'll be in my bio at the end of the stream. So please, if you have a spare little bit, fire that in there. That would be much appreciated. And of course, it'll help go to the actual ward in the hospital. So that is very nice of him. So, and of course, commiserations as well. Wishing all the best to the family. We've got Santo, who is just coming into the pits. We've got Marvin coming in. Also, we've got Andrew Pip Smith, who is on their out lap. We'll see how the Ferrari is going to do. Of course, it's sitting on a 124.995. Are these fresh softs going to be able to pick it up? We've got 4 minutes left on the clock, so if they've got enough fuel in the tank, they could possibly go further in the... Oh, and yeah, if they've got any... Sorry, it's been a wee bit, so a bit of brain fog right now. But yeah, if he's got a little bit extra fuel in the tank, that'll allow him to do another lap, of course, so it'll be a little bonus there. Thomas has just also informed me that he did manage to get into the 123s, so 123.825. Going to need to get a bit further in than that if you're wanting that pole position. Going to have to shave an extra couple of tenths off of that. Andrew Pip Smith, though, the only man on track. Of course, actually, there is Millsy, who I haven't even seen. We'll go both the times. They're just approaching the end of their... Nope, they're on their out lap right now, so my apologies about that. So, Andrew Pip Smith is the only driver who is on a lap right now, with 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock left to go before the checkered flag falls. If you've not started the lap before that, then you have unfortunately are finished in qualifying. So let's see how Andrew Pip Smith is going to do coming into turn 9 now. Keeping it in nicely done there, going through that sort of nice pace there, going into turn 12 now. Oh, goes a little bit deep there, didn't manage to clip the apex as much as they would have wanted. Using up as much of the track as they can, not getting over to the left hand side as much as they should have for turn 15. A little bit of an understeer there going through the final corner. That's unfortunately not the best lap, and if they got a thousandth of a second quicker, they could have moved up into 9th place. So a bit unfortunate there for Andrew Pip Smith, but we've got other drivers who are now on out laps. Of course, oh, he's actually going again, is he? Or is he? Oh no, he's just making sure he's out of the way of Bochuga Ben. So next up on the track, who is it going to be? We're going to have to try and work this out. I think it's actually going to be Night Flash who is going to be the first driver up to set their final lap. So we've got one more run in this qualifying session left to go, and then we're going to be moving on to the 29 lap Grand Prix. Coming into the final corner, getting a good exit from there and across the line to start their lap. Previously 123.684. Let's see if they could beat that. Getting that apex nicely there. A little blip on the ERS just to give them a boost coming out of turn 1 and then through turn 3, flat to the floor, all the way down the hill into turn 5. Going smoothly on there, being careful not to put down the throttle too hard or too early. Nicely does it. DRS wide open all the way down into turn 6. Getting over to the right hand side, actually clipping that 100-metre board there, getting over that much. And I wonder if that would have slowed them down any more. Might have helped them get slowed down even more. We'll see if that actually did help them. Coming into the end of sector 2, they up on their time. They are by almost a tenth and a half as they're coming up to turn 9. Nicely does it. Now only got a handful of corners left to go as they come through turn 12. Then you've got 13, goes out a bit wide. Oh, a bit more lenient there on track limits. That's definitely not going to help them, though. That they definitely lost that little bit of time that they would have gained. So, is this going to be any better? They actually did improve still in that final sector. So, track evolution really proving to be quite a thing. We've got Dr. Braden here. Is he going to improve? So 123.754, they do improve, but just by the smallest of margins. Who is going to be up next? It's going to be a little margin coming across the line, 124.104. Managing to get that 6th place for now before Northover comes up in 4th, bumping everyone down the order. James goes P2 and puts that on the front row with a 123.452. We've got Idle North just coming into turn 12 now, but right now we've got CJ Drama in that Aston Martin just a little bit up ahead. Coming into the final corner now. Oh, bit of understeer there it seemed. Coming into the final corner, it's going to be a 124.179, good enough for 8th place. Idle North pulling into the pit lane. Thomas, and he unfortunately bottled at that last corner. A bit unfortunate there, Thomas. We'll see how things are going. Of course, you are sitting in a good position, sitting in that 4th place, but of course you've got the two Silvers there, who will be lining up on the right hand side, so the clean side of the racetrack, I do believe. But we'll see how that is going to fare going into the race. Of course, we're just waiting for Idle North to get hooked back up. And there we go, that is that for qualifying. So a little quick rundown of the order. We've got Night Flash there managing to get that pole position. We've got James, who's going to be lining up alongside him in 2nd place. Then we've got Dr. Braden in 3rd and 4th is Thomas. Then we've got Northover in 5th, 6th for Idle North. Then we've got Little Magin in 7th, CJ Drama 8th, Blood Sugar Ben in 9th, 10th for San, Andrew Pipsmith in 11th, Millsy in 12th. Then we've got Cody, who unfortunately didn't set a time, in 13th, and Soph. She will be starting at the back of the grid in 14th position. So now we're going to be moving on to the race. Now, with this being a new game, I don't even know the strategy here. So we'll see what's going to be happening. Last time I was in Abu Dhabi was in Williams on F124 and I finished P4. Well, we'll see if that trend is going to continue or if you're going to be improving on that. So let's see how all the strategies are going to be fair. Everyone's just getting their final strategies already, getting their fuel loads sorted and making sure any final adjustments to set up. Of course, you can only make minor adjustments due to the parc ferme rules. And here we go. We've got the lights out for the formation lap. Let's have a quick look at the tyre strategy. Everyone going identical on the medium compound tyres. That was actually quite a surprising one. I never expected everyone to go for the medium. So we'll see. We'll see how that does play out. Is anyone going to end up opting for a two-stop, or is it going to be is anyone going to end up on the hard, or is it going to be a soft? Because I'm unsure of what the strategy will be here. So everyone on the medium tyres. Let's get the position changes up, since we know how everyone is doing. So Night Flash starting out in pole position, but we've got a Ferrari of James whizzing away up front. Not sure what's happening there with James, but he'll be starting in second place, not first. Dr. Braden in third. We've got Thomas in the Williams in fourth. Northover in fifth. Then we've got Idle North in sixth. That's going to be a bit of a tongue twister there. Both the Norths starting on the third row. We've got Little Majin in the Mercedes starting in seventh. Eighth for CJ Drama. Blood Sugar Ben is in ninth. San in 10th. Andrew Pip Smith in the Ferrari in 11th. We've got Millsy in the Alpine in 12th. Cody in the Williams in 13th. And we've got the Haas of Soph. Who is that at the background? Is that Millsy? Yeah, that's Millsy in the background. So, unfortunately, fell down to the end. And here we go. We've got the front runners getting already lined back up. Seeing all the drivers get lined back up on the grid. There we go. Now we wait for the lights to come on. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we're away for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix here. Looking like a good start there from Night Flash, but the Ferrari is coming up, is on the inside. Managing to hold it off. Around the outside was Night Flash Thomas, managing to get up into third place. Dr. Braid has had a terrible start, it's down in fifth. Lost 2 places there. Northover also up into fourth. We've got the Aston Martin of CJ Drama, and I think that was Little Majin there battling out for that 7th place, and it looks like Little Majin is just going to manage to get up there and keep that 7th place. Is he going to manage to get up past Idle North here for that 6th place? He's going to go up the inside, and we've got the Aston Martin there, CJ Drama fighting up, going 3 wide into turn 6. And they're still 3 wide, and it's going to be a crash here between the 3 of them, and no one is wanting to let go of that throttle there. And it looks like all 3 of them are down in 12th, 13th and 14th now, and they're still battling, and there's definitely going to end up a crash here. Has any of them got any damage? That's the question. I don't think they do, no, so they were a bit fortunate there. CJ Drama running a bit wide there. And it seems things have possibly settled down a little bit since the start of this Grand Prix. To see Thomas, who's actually been overtaken by Northover. Northover managing to get that 3rd position. Night Flash falling away in that lead, but not James not letting them get any further away. Andrew Pip Smith dropped out of the DRS range of Dr. Braden, but of course did start 5 places back, and same with Cody, who's in 8th place also, so both up 5 positions due to the little scramble that happened. Oh, Cody turning in a little bit too early there, a little bit too strong. And could that be his downfall, as we see on board with Millsy? Is he going to manage to sneak it up the inside? Nope. But it looks like Cody is thinking about it, but opting not to do that. The Mercedes of, is that Little Magic and CG Drama and Idle North going past Soul. Blood Sugar Ben was just in an instant there. I'm unsure who that was with. But, oh, Cody, oh, there was a bit of body work there. Whose car is that from? Is that from the Williams up there? Or is it anyone else? Blood Sugar Ben is retired from the Grand Prix. Now, that, I'm unsure of what happened there. Now, has anyone got damaged? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen a bit of body work coming off of one of the cars. So we'll try and have a quick look at the front wings and see if anyone has got a damaged front wing. So it seems good, all good. Yep. Let's see the volumes of Cody. All good. The Haas. Alpine, Haas. Oh, CG Drama into the pits. Early pit stop, jumping onto the hards. Same with Little Majin. So early pit stop for them. They two are going to be running this to the end, trying to take the advantage of the this virtual safety car. Whether that'll work or not, that is the question. Of course, it does come into it that there's the race is sort of neutralised. Everybody has to end up going the same speed as if a safety car was right in front of them. But of course, there is not. So they managed to get quite a cheap pit stop there. So nicely done there from Little Majin and CJ Drama. Of course, they were quite far back already with the little incident on lap 1, but here we are getting underway yet again. Now it looks like the Alpines swapped places there for a second, whether Idle North just got past or not, but I'm unsure of that just there. We'll go up to the lead. Night Flash actually got a terrible start and is now down 2 places. What happened there? I'm unsure of. But James and Northover up into first and second now. Incredible. Northover has done nicely here, up 3 places. Came up from 5th in the RB, nicely done. So see if he's going to be able to keep that going, keep that momentum. He's going to have the DRS on the car ahead. So there we go, see he's got that little measurement there to tell him that the DRS can be activated there, that little line, and he's opened it. Is he going to be going for it? Let's soon see. No, he's keeping it nice and steady. Bit of a lock up there from James, and oh, we're seeing Thomas and Dr. Braden battling out for that 4th position, and it looks like Thomas has managed to give Dr. Braden a slip and move up into 4th position. Meanwhile, the RB of Northover into the lead of this Grand Prix, going into turn 9 there, managing to get that DRS effectively working to overtake James there for that lead. Nicely done. So we've got 2 overtakes there, and James and Thomas there both gaining positions. Thomas setting his eyes on the other Sauber in front of him. San just got an overtake on Idle North, moving up into 8th position, but I think that was just a little slip up from the pair of them. Looking on at Northover, ends up putting in the fastest lap of this Grand Prix. Is that car nice and happy, it seems? Seems it is, but James is right behind. Oh, Idle North getting the overtake done on San. Let's see if James can get that lead back. He's going to be harvesting down here. Is he actually going to be using the battery properly? It's unusual saying that, but it looks like he was going for it. He's trying to put Northover a bit offline so he could get this done nice and early, but still make sure that he keeps that DRS And it doesn't look like he's going to be going for it just yet. He's keeping Night Flash right behind him. Thomas managing to get back past Dr. Braden there. Idle North overtaking Cody for 7th position there. So let's get back up to the leaders here. These top six actually, sorry, all still within 1 second of each other, all still within that DRS window of the car in front. Of course, the only driver in that 6-car battle right now is Northover, who won't get the DRS, with him being in the lead. Of course, Thomas just slipping out of that front Night Flash. He's going to need to give it a quick boost to try and get that, just to squeeze in that window as well. Imagine puts in the fastest lap of this Grand Prix at 127.775. Nicely done there. Now James, DRS is wide open. He's going for the move, and he's not going to be able to sandbag and not go for it. There we go, he's got that move done, and that's a big lock up there. Was there contact there between Northover and James? Don't think so. Looking back, the wing is still all nice and pristine, so it doesn't appear to be any contact. But Northover going around the outside of turn 9, they're using that DRS to fling themselves right around and get up into the lead there. Absolutely incredible move there. Night Flash just sitting back and watching all of this unfold as things stand right now, so he's just getting a front row seat to this amazing battling that's going on for first place, and he's just waiting for his moment to pounce on that, just waiting for that mistake. That is the best thing he could do right now, trying not to get too involved. With that though, that's allowing Thomas to try and catch it back up here, so he is within that DRS range again, so you should get the DRS back going down into turn 6. Yep, had that DRS point quite effectively. Nicely done there. Welcome along all those who have joined. Glad to have you with us. Looking like James is going to be going for a move. Nope. We've got Cody, who just got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Let's see who has done a pit stop. It is only Little Imagine and CJ Drama. There we go, we'll get the tyre status up right now. Looking at James though, he's going to take a shot going up the inside, and he manages to make it work. Moving up into first place there, nicely done there from James in the Ferrari. And I feel it's going to be a little bit of cat and mouse between them. But of course we've got Night Flash and Thomas and Dr. Braden and Andrew Pipsmith all within that DRS range of each other, this DRS train. So we'll see how that is going to fare for them. Move down to San right now, who's trying to get a move done on Cody here for this 8th position. Cody currently sitting with the only penalty as things stand, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings of leaving the track and exceeding the track limits. Of course, you do that too many times in real F1, you end up getting a penalty. So it's not as severe, it's not a 5-second penalty, but it does the job. Here we go, anyone taking a shot at it? Nope, doesn't appear to be. And the moment to go off it, San gets an overtake. Absolutely, you can't make it up. But looking at Cody, has got that straight line speed. Unfortunately, that not got the battery, because that's what he was using. Now he's turned in way too early there, and that is yeah, that's not a good move. Quite rightfully getting that penalty there, I will say. I don't think you could even argue that, unfortunately. So Cody there getting another penalty. We'll have a quick look at penalties, of course. Soph getting a penalty, also San getting one, and Cody going right off track there. Whoa, what is happening with Cody? Cody being a bit, need to be a bit more careful, of course. Unsure what was happening there. I'm trying to see, is Thomas, did they get any wing damage or that? No, it doesn't appear to be. Cody coming into the pits now, did they end up getting wing damage as well, or are they just retiring? No, but they did end up getting wing damage. So front wing getting changed, and onto the medium tyres again. Only driver who's pit and went onto the medium tyres again. So, bit unusual there. We'll see how that is going to fare for them. CJ Drama right on the tail of Little Majin, and is going to fly past Little Majin into 8th position as to go into turn 6. We've got Night Flash and Northover battling out. James has extended that gap out quite a considerable amount in that pit stop scenario there of what was happening. 2.4 seconds for James, so what happened there? I'm unsure of, but Thomas could be going for an undercut here. Is that going to work? We've got James into the pits, same with Northover, knowing they've got to protect that. Dr. Braden, Night Flash is the only one who stays out, same with Andrew Pip Smith though. He stays out also. Let's see how it is going to fare for Thomas, who's just coming around the final corner now. And we've got Milsey into the pits as well. We've got CG Drama and Little Majin just up in front here. Is he going to manage to get the jump on them? We're going on board. James is just coming out of the pit lane. And there is CJ Drama, and Thomas manages to get the jump on Northover and is up into 7th position, but does have a car of CJ Drama in between. We'll go to the leader, gap to the leader. There, looking at Night Flash to say Northover, it's 19.3 seconds. So it's about 20-second pit stop here under green flag conditions. That is interesting. A Little Majin and James going flying past San there on them old medium tyres. Little Majin on the hards, 7.5 old hards, and James on the fresh mediums. James opting for another set of mediums, so they will have to commit to a 2-stop. Definitely, considering they've only done the race on the medium compound tyres. St. Thomas are running quite wide there at turn 13. Not the ideal line. San coming to the pits. No damage, just coming into the pits. So they'll be jumping onto, we'll see if it is going to end up being the medium tyres or if it is going to be the hard. Are they going to opt for a 2-stop? Or is it going to be a 1-stop? Just waiting. Oh, they're opting for the hard compound tyre. So some drivers opting for the mediums again and basically putting in that they are going to be on the medium, doing a 2-stop quite early. So such as Milsey and Cody and James also. But right now Thomas going past a Little Majin. It looked like he kind of cut across there from that camera angle. Whether that did happen or not, didn't appear to be contact, but I could be wrong. The camera angle could have deceived me a little. But looking on Little Majin, not managing to be able to get back up and catch Thomas in time to reclaim that 4th position. Of course, Night Flash and Andrew Pip Smith not too far ahead here. Andrew Pip Smith opting to jump into the pits here. Gap to the leader to James is only 11.6 seconds. And we'll keep that data up there for a moment. We'll see James, who's put in the fastest time of 127.517. Northover going even quicker. 127.407. So he's flying as Cody ends up putting, and San also end up getting a 3-second time penalty. You can see James just in sector 1, he's already pulled in about a second on that lap to Night Flash. We'll see how he's going to be able to keep that up. Dr. Braden just got past CJ Drama there for that 6th position. Definitely wanted to clear CJ Drama as quick as possible. Of course, CJ Drama been on them tyres from about lap 2. Well, imagine being overtaken by Northover, who seems to be on an absolute stellar run right now. He's got Thomas up in front here, who pit just the lap before. Did manage to get a good undercut on Northover, but Northover managed to reel that back in little by little each lap. Night Flash coming into the pits. This is going to be the battle for 2nd place now, as Night Flash is in the pit lane getting a tyre change. Let's see what tyres Night Flash is going to go in. They're opting for the hard compound tyres, so they're definitely going and trying for that one-stop strategy. Let's see, Dr. Braden right on the tail of Little Majin. This is a battle for 4th right now. Little Majin been on them tyres for 10 laps now. So there's a big difference in the tyre health right now. And Dr. Braden's are certainly healthier with them being younger here. And looks like he's managed to get that 4th position quite nicely there. But is Little Majin going to have a shot back and go for that launch into turn 9? He's using some of that battery, using some of that DRS that he's got there. And wait a minute, looking at Northover, who has finally managed to get past Thomas there and up into 2nd place yet again. Thomas now down into 3rd place. A Little Majin not managing to get up close enough to the back of Dr. Braden. Looking on Andrew Pipsmith, not managing to get close enough either to make a move. Got Cody, who's in the pit lane on the soft tyre. I'm unsure if the soft tyre is going to go to the end. I don't think it will, unfortunately. You see Dr. Braden's right on the tail of Thomas. Yet again. CJ Drama into the pits off of them 11 lap old hard tyres. Putting on the yellow wall Pirellis, the medium compound. And where they're going to come out is they're going to be coming out behind San. Or they're going to be just ahead. Nope, they're going to be behind San. And they're going to be behind Millsy, that's the question. Let's see. Nope, they just managed to get out just ahead of Millsy. So, nicely done there from CJ Drama, getting out into 10th place on the fresh mediums. Can they go to the end? Quite possibly. I think they can. Thomas not able to get close enough just yet for that lunge on Northover. We've got James, who's sitting in the 1st place. Big walk up there going into turn 12 on that front right of the Ferrari. That's certainly not going to be healthy for the tyres, of course. And of course, unsure how it is in this game, but do that in real life, you end up with tyres that are like sort of pentagon shaped, like 50 pence pieces, and you keep doing that and braking on it, the more likely you are, you flat spot that, the more likely you are to increase that flat spot and lock up. So you need to be careful of that. You don't want to be creating a flat spot and going down the straights, you're bumbling away like it's bouncing across the tarmac, so it wouldn't be nice on the car or the driver. Thomas here, going for a move as he's getting close, he's gaining on that Oh, Ricard going for it, but getting close enough but not going for it. We've got a car around. And that seems to be Cody, just making sure to get out of the way there, so all clear on that, of course. But that did end up having an impact on some drivers anyway. Oh, Idle North and Andrew Pip Smith battling out. They're side by side, going through turn 9, and it looks like Idle North managing to get that 7th place. Going on board with the Ferrari, not going for it there. San being overtaken by CJ Drama. Up into 9th place goes the Aston Martin. Got Night Flash right on the rear of Lal Majin. Of course, 10 lap younger tyres here for Night Flash. Pitted 10 laps later. Lal Majin been on them hard tyres for quite a while after pitting quite early in this Grand Prix. Welcome along all those who are watching and returning. Nice to have you with us as CJ Drama is putting in the fastest lap time at 127.216. Night Flash here could be going for the lunge on Lal Majin, but we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. Who could that be for? I think that could be for Cody, as Thomas overtakes Northover and Night Flash moves up into 5th place also, so Northover moved down into 3rd. Yellow flag again in sector 1. We'll get on that in just a moment. We've got Northover now reclaiming that 2nd position. Is Lal Majin going to be close enough to do that? Nope, not able to get the launch needed and the grip that they need compared to Night Flash on their younger tyres. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. As for Cody, he's going really slow and seems to be struggling quite a bit somehow. Quite unsure as to what is happening there with their car, but they've got a broken front wing, it appears. So not good for the Williams, but also going good for the Williams. One is on the podium, one is unfortunately not having the best of times here in round 1. One team that is doing well though is Sauber, sitting in 4th and 5th right now. Got Idle North going for a move on the Lal Majin. We could see that happening in just a few short moments, and it's going to happen before the DRS line even comes up. So now he's got the DRS to just pull away as Andrew Pip Smith now overtakes Lal Majin and is going to go for the move on Idle North and gets 2 overtakes done and moves up into 6th place. But it looks like Idle North could have got a bit better exit from turn 7, and it looks like he has, going around the outside, having that DRS also to help. The Ferrari is definitely not going to be able to do much to hold up that Alpine. So nicely done there from Idle North. Thomas going a bit slow there around the final corner there. Let's see what is going to happen. Oh, Cody, 10-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That's a penalty, unfortunately. Whether they're going to continue on, did they? Yeah, they did actually, so that is not expected. Sometimes, a lot of the time actually, you would usually see that. If they end up getting a spin in the pit lane, they usually end up just quitting, which is a bit not the best, but of course not in this league that I've witnessed. But oh, Thomas being overtaken by Dr. Braden for that 3rd position. Thomas did say that P4 is his usual finishing position here, whether that be just in general here. Last time out, I think he did end up finishing P4, but we'll see how that is going to fare for Thomas. Is it going to be a P4 again, just missing out on that podium, or is he going to manage to get up there and even battle James? Well, we've got about 10 laps to find out, but James is quite far in the lead, 7.7 seconds, but he does have to make another pit stop, and he's going to be going on the soft tyres, I would imagine. Hard compound tyres, that has not worked out well. Northover could be in line for a victory here, but of course he's got Dr. Braden there right at his heels, snapping away, and Thomas is still keeping that just within DRS range, as Dr. Braden did not have the quickest of first couple corners there of the track. We've got Dodie saying it was crossing the white line. It was a crossing the white line penalty. Alright. Crossing the white line penalty, that's a bit it's a nightmare sometimes, that, I will say that. Cody on 28 seconds worth of penalties, wow. Not the best of day out there for Cody. We'll see, hopefully that does come back for them in the next round. We've got Thomas and Night Flash there though, and Thomas is still sitting in 4th place. Night Flash gets right past into 2nd place. Dr. Braden not fighting it there, so let's see, is Night Flash going to be able to have a fight with Northover here, coming into the final 10 laps of this Grand Prix. Trying to see somebody ducking in the pits there. Oh, that was Cody. Oh no, it wasn't, sorry. Oh, it's Dr. Braden and Thomas both coming into the pits. Are they hard tyres done for now? 10 laps. Not opting to keep going, is going to opt for another set of medium, so it's a 2-stop here. And are both of them going on the same? Yep, both on the no. Dr. Braden on the hard tyres for the final stint of this Grand Prix. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 1. That is for a Ferrari of Andrew Pip-Smith, who's doing quite a good race up until there. But unfortunate there for Andrew Pip-Smith, down in 5th place now. He's certainly lost a position or 2 there. Unsure where he was just before. But now in 5th place and 3.6 seconds behind his teammate. We've got Night Flash here with Northover. And Northover actually getting the DRS from the car behind. Who that car is? That was actually Cody, I think. Or was that Soph? I'm unsure. It was one of them anyway, who just managed to give Northover the DRS. Of course, there's one thing that's actually quite funny, is that you can actually get the DRS from the car behind. When Northover opting to pit and come off the hard tyres. Oh, so this is actually quite interesting. We've seen quite late stops in this Grand Prix. So it's been a 2-stop for most drivers. So we'll have a quick look at stops. So Night Flash is the only driver who is sticking with a 1-stop right now. 9 seconds is the gap between Night Flash and James right now on this on the lap 21. So is this a 2-stop Grand Prix? Did I miss a memo here or something, or is this just something that's happening? Because I've seen mediums do about 10 laps, and I've also seen hards do about 12 laps, so yeah, I'm just a bit confused here. But let's see, we've got Northover facing Dr. Braden here, moving up into 3rd place there. Nicely done there. Using that DRS effectively. Thomas is still clinging on behind. But Northover is looking on at a good finish. See if he can keep that up. Cody has been disqualified from the session for multiple penalties. Oh, we've got Blood Sugar Ben, who is retired. They just retired? No. They're retired. Sorry, I just seen them go further up there. That was just odd. I hate it when that happens sometimes. Oh, and San trying to go into the pit lane, went a bit wide. Ah, that's unfortunate there from San. So coming into the pits now is San. We'll have to end up getting a front wing change also along with that. Unfortunately, that's going to cost them dearly there. Good extra about, was it 7 seconds, I think, in the regular pit stop extra for the to get a new front wing on. Poor Codes, he's only 12. He's okay when he's in the middle, but struggles as he falls to the back. Well, wishing him the best. Hopefully he could get better, manage to get the setups, because sometimes it's the setups that really do end up defining it. And of course, you always end, even if you do end up getting a really good one from someone, it could be a really bad one for that person. But yeah, hopefully he manages. We could see improvement over the season. That would be absolutely exceptional. So keep an eye on Cody, and hopefully, Idle North 126 there. Let's have a quick look at that. 126.734. Let's see, Little Majin is catching, is right on the back of CJ Drama here. We could see an overtake here for 6th position. And there we go, Little Majin moving up into 6th. Are we going to see CJ Drama fight back? Or is that going to aggressively over that curb there? And that would have definitely not helped their standing going into turn 9, but it looks like it's all fair there, all nice. So we're on lap 24, going on to lap, no, we're on lap 20, going on to lap 24 now for some of the drivers. Got 5 laps left in this Grand Prix here, so as things stand, Night Flash in first place, but is on them older hard compound tyres. James is closing that gap. It is now down to 5.8 seconds. Whether Night Flash could hold that off till the end, that is anybody's guess. Let's see if we're going to end up getting a possible last lap shootout. Dr. Braden though is on the attack for Silver and fighting for that podium, that final podium position. Of course, it's going to be a bit of a tough one for them to catch up to the rest of the field, but we'll see if that is going to be happening. But Dr. Braden certainly is wanting to catch up to the other two out in front, his teammate of Night Flash and the Ferrari of James. We're going to go down to Idle North. Oh, bit of contact there between Idle North and CJ Drama. Doesn't look like anyone came off with damage, so all is good there at Idle North. Almost going into the back of Little Majin. It appears he didn't have the best of exits off of turn 9. And Idle North getting a 3-second time penalty. Thomas has also got a penalty, a 3-second time penalty. So they're going to be finishing in 5th, it seems, unless they could get a good improvement there. CG Drama opting to come into the pits. Did they get damage? Or are they just coming in for fresh softs? Fresh softs is for CJ Drama here. Got Night Flash still sticking with that one stop. Of course, I think now it's too late in the Grand Prix to even think about switching over. Just seen Dr. Braden there being overtaken. Let's see if Little Majin is going to be able to hold off Idle North. Nope, doesn't look like it. Idle North moving up into 6th position, but Little Majin can come back. Right now we'll see Northover being overtaken by Dr. Braden, and Dr. Braden moving up into 3rd position as we'll look back and see Little Majin not going to be able to capitalise back with the DRS going down into turn 9. They do manage to gain some ground at least, so that does end up helping out in the end, but not enough to catch back up. We've got Night Flash, who has already started a lap 26 in this Grand Prix and has got 4 more attempts at going down this next straight. So only 4 laps left to go to see how this is going to turn out. 3.9 seconds is the gap between Night Flash and James. James is closing in that gap quite quickly now. The Hards are certainly showing their age. Looking on at Northover in the RB, them and Dr. Braden have both been battling it out in this Grand Prix for that 3rd position, and it looks like Northover's going to be able to win this battle. But who is going to win the war? Who is going to manage to get that final step on the podium? We will soon find out in just a few short moments. Let's see, Dr. Braden not going to have an attempt at going at it. Oh, Northover goes real wide there, and it looked like there was a door opening there, but it did close again quite quickly. Neto still keeping locked in that battle. James could now see Night Flash just ahead. 2.9 seconds is the gap. Can James's tyres stick with him these next couple of laps, or are they going to sort of start to even out? That is the question. Of course, as soon as he gets within that DRS, that is going to change, and he's only got less than about 1.5 seconds left, 1.6 seconds left to get into that DRS window, so not long now if he keeps up this pace. Anyway, we've got Dr. Braden here. Is he going to manage to close that gap, or is he going to just close it and just wait? It looks like he is. He's just holding off on that battery as things stand right now. Going into turn 6 and 7. We've got this little kind of turn 8 here. Well, it's a bit like turn 2 at Austria. It's a corner, but not a corner. Looking at Dr. Braden, so he's going up the inside at turn 9, and he's going to, a little bit of tap on the rear from Northover. Just technology, he's still there, remember? So he's not going to be getting too far away. Northover's certainly got the pace, but has got a penalty. Somebody's not coming up, or am I just not noticing it? I'm actually kind of curious here, as I've seen a lot of penalties pop up, but well, it appears that everyone's got a lot of penalties, but it doesn't appear to be popping up all the time for myself, unless I'm just too fixated on other things. Bit like when something's right in front of you but you can't see it. But Northover here, James closed that gap to 1.4. Sector 1 seems to be really strong for James. This is definitely going to end up turning into a last lap sprint shootout here between the pair of them. We've got Northover here going for the move on Dr. Braden. Dr. Braden not making it easy there. But all Dr. Braden has to do is just stick with him now, as Northover does end up, does have a penalty. Is Night Flash, all he needs to really do is just hold out until the end of that second DRS zone, try and stay out of that DRS, and you could get that victory. Whether he could do it or not, as James has slipped within that DRS window now. He's closed that gap from a two-stop being quicker. That's actually a bit surprising. I thought one stop would have been quicker here, but it appears that James has proven us wrong. But we are on the final lap, and can Night Flash hold off on James here going into turn 5? James is going to end up having the DRS down this back straight. He's got a bit of battery there. Has Night Flash? Night Flash hasn't got a lot of battery left either. Let's see. Night Flash holding off just now. So is James, just waiting for that moment. He's going to have the DRS again. Going down into turn 9, Dr. Braden, is he going to go for that move? We'll flash back with them in a minute. We've got the battle for the lead right now. This chase that's been going on. James is going for it. He's going to take that outside line, but it's going to be blocked as Night Flash is going to hang it around the outside, going around turn 9. Is he going to manage to keep it going? Oh, he's keeping it alongside, going through turn 10 and turn 11, and they both made contact and in there into the wall. Northover is going to come flying past. Wait, what? What happened? I am so confused here. What the hell just happened? Did they both make contact and then just... What? Somebody in the comments, please explain to me what just happened there. I'm so confused, but it appears Night Flash has won. James comes in second, not managing to get that overtake done, and Dr. Braden in third, managing to get that overtake in the end. Northover in fourth, fifth for Thomas, sixth for Idle North, but we'll wait and see as Little Majin comes across the line. No penalties for them, nicely done for Little Majin. We've got Andrew Pip Smith coming across the line in 8th. 9th for CJ Drama. We've got Millsy and just waiting on San also. So anybody go back in the stream and watch that final lap going down after turn 9. That was a weird one. Please let me know what you think in the comments. That was a bit of an odd one. Was that just desync, or do you think that was possibly just Codemaster, EA? Sorry, can't even say Codemasters now. EA buggy stuff. I'm unsure. As yeah. You guys have had a lot more time with the game. Myself, unfortunately, not as much. But yeah, that is that. That has been an excellent race there, definitely. And I'm actually, I'm going to say Night Flash for driver of the day. I would say certainly deserves that. Pulling off that one-stop strategy. Everyone else opting for a two-stop. Nicely done there, getting that top step on the podium. Now we've got driver of the day, Idle North. Oh, that's weird, I don't like that. So there we go, Night Flash getting the race win. Idle North, fastest lap. And most overtakes were done by a lot of margin, cleanest driver being Night Flash also, so nicely done there. Night Flash getting the victory with James in second, then we've got Dr. Braden in third. Northover in fourth, fifth for Thomas, then we've got Idle North 6th, 7th for Little Majin, Andrew Pip Smith in 8th, 9th for CJ Drama, then we've got Millsy in 10th, San 11th, Soph in 12th, and unfortunately Blood Sugar Ben and Cody did not finish this Grand Prix. But yeah, so that is that was a bit of an unusual one, we'll say, but also Idle North got the fastest lap at 1:26.734, so very nice job for them. So I did say before, earlier on in qualifying, that about Little Majin setting up a GoFundMe for some funds for equipment in the hospital that their late father was in the end of their life. So I'm going to put that in the. Going to try and put that in the description of the video. If I can't, it's either going to be in the description or the bio of my channel. So you can check that out there. Until next time, from me, it is peace out.